Welcome, my name is Mark, the Pond Advisor, and I hope you agree that this pond is looking fantastic. This video is a project showcase. We completed this pond upgrade a couple of weeks ago, so stick around and enjoy the video. Hi guys, it's Mark from anypond.com, your trusted resource in the UK for ponds and water features, and today what we're doing is we're upgrading this particular pond. This is a traditional pond made out of brown ironstone from Oxfordshire, and what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into a dedicated damselfly pool. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out this particular water lily and we're going to put in lots of reeds. This particular water lily is showing classic signs of not having deep enough water. The leaves are growing right out of the water and masking the flowers. So what we're going to do is we drain it all down, take out the plants, put a protective fleece down, and then we're going to rock it in. So what that's going to do is that's going to protect the old original pond liner, and also on this one it's actually coming away from the wall. So what's going to happen is we're going to keep it up against the wall with the rocks and the gravel. So stay tuned for the Anypond showcase. So there we go, we've got the pond fully drained and cleaned right back down to bare liner. Now we're going to put in an overlay, which is what we normally put underneath the liner, but on this application and most of our ecosystem ponds and all of the freshwater ecosystems, we put an overlay down. That basically protects the liner. This particular liner is a thin EPDM. It's actually thinner than what we normally recommend, but putting on the overlay, and because it's currently in situ and there's no problems with it, we're going to put the overlay on and that will protect it from a number of different things. We're going to put in an intake bay, we're going to rock and gravel the whole thing. We're also putting in reeds and rushes that you may have seen a couple of weeks ago. If you want any more information about the plants that we're putting into this wildlife pond upgrade, go and check out a couple of weeks back when we talked about the reeds and rushes. Another main reason why we're putting in the underlay is to stop those reeds and rushes going through the liner. The ones that we're actually putting into this particular pond, they're not aggressive. They can be if you don't protect the liner, but you know, certainly we're not putting in any Phragmites or anything like that. And also on the outside we've got a 9-inch wall, so there's nothing going to be coming in from the outside, so we've only got to really worry about what we're putting on in the inside, and most of the reeds and rushes are not a problem. Carry on watching, see you in a minute. So now we've got to the stage where we want to build the intake bay for this particular wildlife pond upgrade. What we're not doing is we're not doing any major construction, we're just upgrading this wildlife pond as before. So we're using wetland filtration plants as the pure filtration for this particular pond. I am going to put a pump in here just to run the water feature, and that basically just turns the water over from a wildlife oxygenation point of view. Most of the aquatic wildlife like damselflies and insects, they don't want any mechanization, but if you want mechanization from an ornamental point of view and a little bit of oxygen, then put them in an intake bay. If you put a pump in the bottom of the pond that's a filtration pump or anything like that, it's only going to remove all of the aquatic insects and what have you, and that's just crazy. If you just put in a wildlife pond and then you put in a pump in the bottom, you're just removing all the tadpoles, all the caddisfly larvae, all the damselfly larvae, dragonfly larvae. You're basically fighting Mother Nature. I'm also fighting Mother Nature on the weather front. I've got a cooling towel on top of my head that I'm soaking in water, and also I've got a fan behind me mounted on a tripod. You stay there and I'll carry on enjoying this beautiful weather that we're having here. And hopefully you've learned a few things in these upgrades. Put it in the comment section below if you're getting value from these videos, and also drop me a comment what I should be creating more of. You know, what do you want to be inspired by? What do you want to see more of? So there we go. As you can see, we've got the pond rocked in now, and basically all we've got to do really is fill the pond with water, and then what we can do is we can get the pump running, and then we can start covering that with rocks and gravel to make it all look lovely and tidy. We've got all the plants in there, and it's ready now really for water and the wildlife. So let's get cracking.